what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for Cloud Atlas, which is a brand new movie from the Wachowskis. Not the Wachowski brothers, not anymore. And also from Tom Tykwer, who is the director of Run Lola Run. So it's a co-directing job here, and Cloud Atlas is of course based on a novel that came out years ago, I think in 2004, 2005, and this is a very ambitious project that the three directors are doing here, and I couldn't wait to see it. I don't know why, I love the Wachowskis, I love Run Lola Run, so both of them doing something together, hell yeah. So I guess that's the reason why I was looking forward to it, so I do know why. Anyway, what did I think of it? Well, I'm going to talk about the story, but I'm going to do a really terrible job of doing it, but, let's get into it. Like I said, the story here is very ambitious and really hard for me to explain, so I'm going to do it as simple as I can. The story here follows 6 completely different characters, 6 characters that have their own stories, so that means you're following 6 stories all together. The actors that portray each character, you got Tom Hanks, you got Halle Berry, you got Asian actress Donna Bae, you got Ben Whishaw, you got Jim Sturgis, and you got Jim Broadbent. I remembered all of those actors right in my head. I got this. I can't explain each story to you right now because then this review would go on forever, but let me just say this. Each story has its own unique feel to it. One could be a whole, like a comedy, heist movie in a way, that's the Jim Broadbent one, and another one could be a romance action movie, another one could be an adventure movie, the other one could just be a straight drama, the other one could be a thriller, and there's so many different stories here that have a different genre to them, which is a really cool idea, and it really works here, to be honest. I think the story here is absolutely fantastic. And one other thing I think is amazing in this movie is all of the not references, I'm sorry, I was about to say references, but all the way they intertwine each story, which is very, like, simple and very, very, like, not obvious. What's the word I'm looking for? Is the word I'm looking for. Yes, it's very subtle and it's just not in your face, and I love that. It's just little things that you're like, oh, remember that from that other story? You don't? Well, don't worry. We're not going to beat you over the head with it. If you didn't see it, that's fine. It's not going to be a big part of the story anyway. And I love that. Another thing I love, which is actually a part of the intertwined part, is all the characters, because all the actors, like, say, Tom Hanks, the main star of one of his own stories, will actually appear in another story. For example, Tom Hanks will actually appear in Halle Berry's story, or Tom Hanks will appear in Ben Whishaw's story. They all have different small or big roles in each other's story, and I actually love that. That was awesome. Just pretty much playing Spot the actor, really. Just like, oh, there's Ben Whishaw, or oh, there's friggin' Donna, whatever the hell her name is, Donna Bae, there you go, I remembered. Talking about the actors and the characters themselves, I can't explain each of the actors because there's so many here, but there's so many fantastic performances. You got Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, Ben Whishaw, Jim Sturgis, Jim Broadbent, you got Hugh Grant, you got Susan Sarandon, you got Keith David, you got Hugo Weaving, who pretty much plays the bad guy of each story, and sometimes it's hilarious who he plays. Actually, one story he actually plays a woman, which is awesome, and it's freaking hilarious. And just so many great actors in here that do amazing jobs. The chemistry between all the characters really works here. It's just very charming at times, very emotional, very, very lifting in a way. Uplifting, that's the word I'm looking for. It's really, really powerful, and the actors do an amazing job with the fantastically written script. Many people here will have completely different feelings. Hell, it was in a theater where it was not packed, but there was a lot of people in there, and I noticed about 10 people leaving and not coming back. So yeah, there was a lot of people that left my theater and didn't really care for it, but it was also, I could see how it was confusing to people that weren't, paying attention. Me, I was, so I understood everything that was going on, all the little references to each other's story. I thought that was great, and I loved that. And I just think this is a fantastic movie. Now, I don't think it's a complete masterpiece. I do think it's a little messy at times, mostly because I love the intertwining of the stories and the jump cut to each different story. It could get confusing to some, but me, I actually really like that. It wasn't really, like, oh my god, now we're in this story, now we're in this story again, now it's in this story, I'm getting confused. I wasn't. I knew what was going on, and I was going with it. I thought it was really good. But there was times where the stories themselves could get a little slow and get a little boring, and most of that was in the middle, because I did actually check, not my watch, but my cell phone. I was like, alright, come on, wrap it up. And when they wrapped it up, it was fantastic. The last 20 minutes or so, either emotional, funny, uplifting, just great, dramatic. I loved it. I really did that. The last 20 minutes was amazing. But there was about 30 minutes of this film that could definitely be cut out, I feel. So I did think this was an amazing film. Almost everything about it was perfect, but it was a little slow. It was a little slow at times. But again, still, it's a very long movie, and for 3 hours, only 30 minutes being shaved off, that's pretty decent, I have to admit. So anyway, overall, I give Cloud Atlas a 38 out of 40. I loved the hell out of it. It was a little slow at times, but to be honest, everything else was so amazing that just 2 points, that's it. Just 2 points taken off right there. So anyway, there you go. There's my review for Cloud Atlas. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely go check this movie out. It's bombing at the box office. It should not. It's an amazing movie. Go check it out. Thank you and goodbye. I want to add a couple of things here, seeing that the review was actually pretty short. One, the visuals I forgot to talk about were absolutely amazing. For a $100 million budget, they really used it very effectively here. And some of the visual futuristic places and some of the scenery shots look really amazing in this. And also the makeup, some people don't really care for it. I thought it was really cool. They try to transform people to different races and stuff. Like Halle Berry turns into a white person at one time, and an Asian woman turns into a white woman. And I think it actually worked very well here. Not amazing, but it worked well. Also, Tom Hanks is awesome in this movie as in his own little story, where he's kind of like the badass of a group of a village that he of course stays at, and I love them in this film. So anyway, there you go. I just want to add those couple of things. 38 out of 40. Thank you and goodbye.